Get the smoke clear here, jeez. From Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Anderson. Anderson, yeah!
Making his way to the ring, yes, Mr. Anderson. Nobody does it on the mic like the man from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And as you see, Bully Ray in the ring as well. This should be something special. About to take place right here on this Xplosion exclusive matchup. And just like that, he gets the crowd excited and puts the t-shirt, just sets it back down.
You can't do that. You can't ask them to cheer and them to cheer and them to cheer and not throw your shirt out. It's against the rules. It's against Pro Wrestling 101. In the Pro Wrestling and Handbook, it says, if you take your shirt off and you say, hey, do you want my shirt over here? Or if you want my shirt over here? Or if you want my shirt over here? If you're a good guy, you have to throw your shirt out.
Is that in the section under cheap heat and cheap pops?
No. Cheap heat is when you thumb some guy in the eye, and a cheap pop is when you go, right here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
I don't think they heard you, Billy.
You got a tag team partner tonight?
Are you suggesting something?
What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? It doesn't matter what you huh. I had to do that just once.
Talk about your cheap
Check
heat.
this out, people. I'm glad Ken is out here right now because there's a guy that we want to bring out that's actually Ken's tag team partner tonight that means a lot to me, means a lot to Ken, and is a very special person here in TNA. How many of you guys heard of Sergeant Chris Melendez? Everybody knows about Sarge. He had two dreams in life. He wanted to serve on the front line for his country, and he wanted to become a professional wrestler. This kid at 19 years old went to Afghanistan, fought for our country, had his leg blown off, but that did not stop him. He came down to the Team 3D Academy, very happy to say that me and my brother Devon, we trained him, and now he is a full-blown member of the TNA roster. So I want everybody to please get up. And I want you to welcome to the ring tonight, Sergeant Chris Melendez.
What a story. What a true American war hero in Sergeant Chris Melendez. Those two dreams realized. A member of the Impact Wrestling roster. And of course, serving on the front lines as well. Chris Melendez, a student of the Team 3D Wrestling Academy. And Billy told me, he said, Chris did not get any special treatment. Chris Melendez went through the same paces, went through the same drills the same boot camp, if you will, that anybody else going through the Team 3D Academy goes through, and he earned those stripes in many ways, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Melendez teaming up with Mr. Anderson in this tag team matchup exclusively here this week on TNA Xplosion. Mr. Anderson, a fellow war veteran in his own right.
You are now in the mix with that young go-hard DJ-Z. And it's my honor to introduce that squad, though, being accompanied by their smoking hot girlfriends, the beautiful people, Robbie, Jesse, the BroMans.
Well, what a treat, huh? We get to see the beautiful people. And those two guys with them. Yes, the BroMans. This week on Xplosion, setting off
Some noise!
the Xplosions early here this week with the BroMans, Robbie, Jesse, Velvet, and Angelina Love. What an entrance, the fearsome foursome. You add DJ-Z in the mix, you got yourself quite a party there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me assure you of that.
That entrance, though!
Angelina on your left, Velvet on your right, Robbie on your right, Jesse on your left. For those of you keeping score at home, they are the BroMans, they are the beautiful people. Set for action this week on Xplosion, and this match will kick off when we return right here. We are set for the bell this week on Xplosion. It's tag team action. JP, Jeremy Borash along with you. We've got the BroMans, Jesse and Robbie, with the beautiful people and DJ-Z in their corner, taking on Sergeant Chris Melendez. Oh, just look at that right away. Just completely tasteless. Par for the course from Robbie E. And there are a couple of rights for his trouble. And now comes Jesse and Chris Melendez. The Sarge takes care of both men. Here we go. Just like that. Here's a cover. And Robbie able to get out immediately. Sergeant Chris Melendez teaming up with Mr. Anderson now from the second rope. Absolutely amazing. And just like that, Robbie E takes Sarge down from the second rope. A hard landing. And now right hands showering down on Sergeant Chris Melendez. Jesse going to work as well. And the BroMans have been so effective as a tag team, not afraid to take shortcuts in an instant, and have become quite good at it. Double team by the BroMans. As Robbie E just taking that foot right to the chest of Sergeant Chris Melendez, who needs to make the tag right out of the gate. Finds himself in trouble with the BroMans. Into the corner now. Of course, we saw Robbie E on the show The Amazing Race. Very successful on that show, by the way. For those of you reality show fans out there, Robbie E and Brooke were quite successful on their Amazing Race. Now, Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddard, no stranger to reality television as well. A veteran of Big Brother. And I'll tell you what, these two, the BroMans, throw DJ-Z and throw the beautiful people in the mix. You have yourself a pretty much a living, breathing reality show with these five. Trust me. Melendez trying to fight out of this onslaught from Jesse Goddard, but it's just too much. Delivers a boot to the midsection, and it has been all the BroMans since the onset of this matchup. Now in the corner. Tag made. From the outside, look at this. Oh, wow. They're a cohesive unit, no question about it. And just like that, Anderson has had enough, comes in, breaks the count with a boot. And once again, just like that, the BroMans switch without tagging. And referee Brian Stifler trying to reinforce the rules as best as he can. But you've got the beautiful people on the outside of the ring. You have DJZ out there as well, and now just mocking Ken Anderson, trying to get that tag in. And you almost have to wonder the strategy. Sergeant Chris Melendez, obviously the least experienced of the four men in there, and elected to go first in this matchup. May not have been the right move, and just like that, Jesse mocks Mr. Anderson, fake tags him out.
There's no tag, absolutely not.
Now going back to his tag team partner, Robbie E.
Let's get out, let's go.
And these two just showing their dominance. Obviously Melendez still finding his way in the ring, but you know, when you're in there with former World Tag Team Champions, you have to be ready. And Bully Ray and Devon from the Team 3D Academy gave Sergeant Chris Melendez the stamp of approval, and now he's fighting himself in another war of sorts with the BroMans.
I have 2 legs. How do you like that?
Oh, come on, that is absolutely tasteless. Ridiculous. And just like that, Melendez fights out again, makes the tag to Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson in. Takes down Robbie E for a 3rd time and a 4th. Neckbreaker, down goes Robbie E. And now, all that anticipation. Wait a second. Slightly distracted by the beautiful people. And now grabs referee Brian Stifler. Just perplexed. And still able to fend off Mr. Spectacular. Now Sergeant Chris Melendez coming in, and Mr. Anderson and the referee and Sarge. What do we have here? This is basically a show on the outside of the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, those hips don't lie. Take down DJZ and Robbie E. Mic check by Mr. Anderson. Here's a cover, here's a pin, and the win.
Your winners, Mr. Anderson, Sergeant Chris Melendez.
Well, once again, distractions made, backfiring on Robbie E. and Jesse, as Mr. Anderson and Sergeant Chris Melendez survive another tough battle in victory over the former World Tag Team Champions, the BroMans. And even with DJZ out there, and even with the beautiful people, not able to get the job done. Victorious this week on Xplosion, Sergeant Chris Melendez, Mr. Anderson. This week, right here on this Xplosion exclusive matchup.